Ty Clark was the back this time, and they get it out to Barnes again, and he is looking as advertised early in this game. Another first down. You know he was happy about that Coleman Bennett run to finish things off, breaking tackles. Chris Barnes from the 3-yard line. Barnes cuts upfield, makes one miss, trying to get to the sideline, and he's dragged down there at about the 32-yard line. Wake Forest and Robbie Ashford said he feels like it is a school and a program on the rise. Here is Barnes getting outside. Haven't seen him touch the football since early in this game, but more of the same for Chris Barnes, the speedster. 1st and 10 for Wake Forest at their own 20-yard line. A chance to put this game to bed. Quickly getting it out to the playmaker. We've seen kind of in and out of the game in the second half, Chris Barnes, but they want to get him touches.
He's going to be unavailable, according to the university. Handles the low snap. On the swing pass finds Pat Boyd Jr., and he is swarmed over for a loss on the play. Gabe Kershke from his defensive end spot, and Aiden Hall came from linebacker. They're glad to have number 1 back out there after missing most of week 1 with a ribcage injury. A bullet to Barnes, makes a man miss out across midfield, and finally tracked down at about the 47-yard line by Cameron Dabney.
Yeah, if Dabney doesn't get a piece of that jersey, the track meet is on.
Doug Sherman back in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The offense for Wake Forest back onto the field, looking to add to its 21-3 lead, and Barnes is off to the races. Inside the 30-yard line, will they catch him? Finally forced out of bounds inside the 10. Hassan Sykes with the touchdown-saving tackle. Eni Falai, the tight end, with the big block to spring this big play.
Yeah, you called it. Eni Falai. Look at him right there. He gets a piece of 2 guys. Much better and more clean, taking more shots deep than last week.
On to a 3rd running back, Jamario Clements in there. Quick strike over the middle out to the 35-yard line. And they talk frequently. They talk football. It's just a bevy of minds he's able to tap into. On the rollout, Barnes again makes the catch. And you've noticed on tape, Ashford's better on the rollout.
Rushing the football, 19.3 yards per carry.
Ashburn, the spectacular catch by Barnes on cue.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy week 3 of the college football season. So that's Barnes, 15-20. Barnes has a crease. Barnes! No flags! Touchdown, Wake!
The operative word right there, and you're going to see some lane integrity violations on the right side of your screen where NC State's cover team just gets out of their lane and they open up the wide side of the field. Fresh set of downs.
Play fake. Ashford looking deep, has a guy open. Barnes. And if there's a player making an early statement with the flag at the end of that play, it's the track kid Chris Barnes. And it's going to be penalty on top of it, 70 yards.
Personal foul, horse collar tackle, defense number 29.
Ashford off the fake, shot down the sideline, dropped into Chris Barnes.
Going to come out throwing the football. It's a long throw, but an easy throw. And across the 30 up to the 32-yard line.
It's a play, so I can see that being a factor.
Ashford rolls, throws, good throw to Barnes. Thought about cutting it back to the inside, but wisely chose just to. Ty Clark checks into the backfield. And here comes Barnes. He almost lost the football, and look out here. Cuts it back to the inside. Boy, if he broke that back to the outside, were it not for a really, really nice play. Ty Clark in the backfield, and they're going to hand it off to him. He cuts it back to the inside. This is actually Barnes who they handed it to. And he gets to... And then he went to South Carolina for a year where he played barely at all, only made 1 start, and now at Wake. And they have just converted on a 2nd down and short.
Brett, and you're shocked based on the style of these two coaches that pride themselves on discipline.
They give it to Barnes, breaks it to the outside, and runs out of bounds at the 26.
Rain again during the day. Right now it's dry as the game gets underway. Oregon State deferred the coin toss, and here's Chris Barnes breaking it out and setting up Wake almost to the 40-yard line. Also has a terrific arm, which is what Jake Dickert highlighted with us. And there he shows it off for Chris Barnes, and that is a Wake Forest touchdown. On cue, QB shows the arm, drops it right in the basket for Chris Barnes.
Find that aggressiveness in the second half of ball game starting today.
And Deshaun Purdy with a nice little play design there as they run back a counter run to Chris Barnes. Claiborne's looked pretty healthy today too, hasn't he?
Yeah, he was a question mark too, but he's looked very healthy.
And there's the RPO. And Purdy pulls the ball back and drills it to Chris Barnes for a touchdown. Second touchdown catch of this game for Barnes. Again, the first two. Their second quarterback, Deshaun Purdy, in his first Wake Forest start, taking a shot. And he has Chris Barnes again, wide open. Touchdown, Wake Forest. Early college career, 3 of them today.
Yeah, guys. I mean,
you could see.
Yeah, Jaheim Patterson's going to have nightmares of this kid all night long because it's about the third time he's gotten spun around. And look,
Indiana obviously in for the Big Ten narrative. That Indiana can come across the country to Autzen and play like that. And there's another good kick return. It's
Casey the other day not being able to see very well in his game. I mean, good Lord. All right, completion here. And short of a first down, but it certainly brings up third down and manageable, and that is Barnes. Barnes and a quick stutter step. This guy, man, I mean, whenever he touches a football, you better watch out. And that is a first down up to midfield out of the University of Cincinnati. And that was nearly a hold. And wide open is Barnes! And he makes a catch at the 15-yard line. 2 minutes to go. And Wake with the football. And they snap it. They're going to throw it. And the catch is made by Barnes. And he steps out of bounds.
They fake it to Claiborne. They dump it down to Barnes. Barnes makes a man miss, goes forward to the 45-yard line. And this drive here is monstrous for Wake. Florida State brings the blitz. Ashford throws. Barnes on the crosser, and he falls on his keister just past the 40.
Maybe to Chris Barnes. Gets it out quick on the receiver screen. You called it. Barnes, with that last lunge, might have gotten close. Let's look at the spot.
Thank you, and thank you to Sam. A quick toss there and a body slam there. Chris Barnes got driven to the ground by Kayshawn Cox Jr. Both available on the all-new ESPN app. Chris Barnes gets the ball here. He's got room to run down the sideline. One man to beat. Does he have the angle? He does, and pushes it out of bounds. Kayshawn Cox Jr. saves the touchdown.
Wow. Chris Barnes, an impact player.
But he says, I didn't realize I was going to be a starter week 5.
Here's the kick return. Out of there comes Barnes, and this guy can fly now. And ball got jacked out as he hit the 30-yard line.
Needs to answer on this drive. They need to show a little offense here.
Quick throw on the perimeter, getting into the hands of Barnes. And boy, what a good open field tackle that is. Second down and 7. Throw on the perimeter. This is Barnes up the far sideline, out of bounds in Duke territory. First 8 today. And now Ashford once again crossing route. And look at Barnes now. Another guy that can fly. And he works his way down toward the 35. I think he stepped out of bounds before he got roughed up at the 30.